Hi, this is Shawn here, CEO at OQLIS. Today we're going to do a little bit of sales training around the OQLIS product and how it can enhance your customers. So today we're going to chat around what is OQLIS, the customer journey, and how to sell OQLIS, and make this journey quite easy for you and your salespeople. So let's start off by asking, why is OQLIS in existence? Well, OQLIS is there to empower people to make impactful decisions and that change your business on an ongoing basis. So what does that mean is, when we talk about empowering people, it's really giving people the ability to self-service themselves, to make those impactful decisions that move the needle on a daily basis, and then change the business that you do get positive change within your business. We have the principle of decisions done right. What does this mean? We allow world-class application owners to enable their customers to make these informed decisions faster, better than ever before, which is really powerful for what we as a customer, what your customers would want to do. Okay, so what is OQLIS? OQLIS is a cloud application that brings together machine learning, business intelligence, and artificial intelligence into one application where the owner of an application or the world-class application doesn't need to spend millions developing this functionality. So why would you want to spend valuable time creating something that already exists? Rather use OQLIS within your application and embed it to make something that's really value to your customers. So who is our customer? So we look at customers, as we said before, as a customer is somebody that has a world-class application and they want to give world-class analytics and BI and machine learning to their customers. We really see that most of our customers focus on big data. So it's really about bringing in huge data and analyze it into a way that they can understand. And then one of the big aspects is embeddability. So really taking OQLIS, making it look like your own and embedding it into your application and fitting seamlessly within that application. Then the next point is what we call Power of 10, and this is really to accelerate customers to have that whole experience, the whole analytics, BI, and machine learning into one place and seamlessly integrated into your application. Okay, so what we start doing is when we have this initial engagement with customers, we start speaking about what we call is the data journey. And the data journey is really to highlight the place where your customer is in terms of their data journey or their data acquisition path. So really what we look at is first is most customers, or a lot of the customers that we meet initially, are in the desert, which means they are uninformed, they're basically in the dark, they're operating on gut feel, which is not bad, but I mean, it's really, you can't really replicate what you've done in the past, and it's really about hit and miss. So where we start moving the needle for our customers is really we're moving our customers into what we call the OASIS. And this is around basic knowledge about your business, and it's what we call reporting. So this is really the starting point of where you start your journey. And you're sort of mediocre in terms of what you do. It's difficult to find true insights, and getting the value, you deal with what you've got. But then when the value starts really adding up is when you start moving into what we call the riverbank. So the riverbank is where you've got the principle of informed decisions. And this is what we call business intelligence. So your organization is a lot more effective. You're doing a lot more high-end, sort of above average stuff. And what you do is decisive. So you know what you're doing. But then what we start seeing is within our customer base is they want to take it to the next level. So it's good enough to be in the oasis and the riverbed, but really they want to move to what we call is the lake. So this is where you're almost like in utopia, it's future possibilities. And this is where you get like machine learning and artificial playing such an important role. You become then an industry leader. Your business is almost like running on autopilot. Everything is automated, and decisions that you make on a daily basis are trusted, and you know that you're doing the right thing within your business. So when we start this journey with customers, we talk about the signature solution of what OQLIS brings. So this slide may be looking, if you look at this slide, a little bit bit over the top, or a little bit hard to do. So I'll break it down into three areas and really unpack what each of them means. But what you're trying to do here is take somebody that is uninformed decision maker, doesn't know really what he was. And if you look back at that whole data lake or the data journey, is that you're starting to move them from one point to the next and do the decisions done right in that organization. So let's look at the first thing. So whenever we start bringing a customer on board, we start talking about creating the focus. So this is, what should I focus as an organization, as you as an application owner, what should my customers be focused on? And start clearly defining what that means and what you want to achieve in terms of your business. Defining those KPIs and start moving from unfocused to focused within your business. The second area that we start looking at is then action. So now you've started, you know what you want to achieve, and you want to know what this means. So you want to take massive action and make it happen. So then you start finding the data, start putting the data into a single place, and start finding what you need to do and what actions you need to do, and start taking those actions. Thirdly, then we start looking at clarity. So you've started doing some actions, you start seeing things that are working well, and you would like to see what should you be doing now. So you note what is working and what is not working, and make the appropriate changes and approaches to make it work better. So what you'll see is then you move from uninformed to informed, and then from obscurity to clarity. So this is really great, and then you start getting into this position where you start saying, decisions done right. So everything that you're doing, you know and trust is actually doing what you're right. So what are the problems that OQLIS is actually solving? So you want to know what your business is actually doing at this time. So you want to know what is the good, the bad, and the ugly within your business, and start unpacking that. So that's really what you want to start understanding. Secondly, you want to know where to start improving. Because like I say, there's only so many hours in the day, and you want to really start finding those things that can actually move those needle quite quickly. And then what you want to start doing is you want to know what those high impact decisions are that move the needle very fast within your business. So those are sort of the three big problems that we are solving within our application and doing that. So let's just chat about what is OQLIS in terms of logical components. And if you look at the data journey, so we align to how that data journey works. So we do data visualization, which is sort of the first form of seeing what you need to know within your business. Then we move into business intelligence, where then it's drilling in, finding those anomalies, finding those things that work and don't work. Then the next part is data automation, is starting to process whenever you need to make decisions on an automatic basis, and not really using some person. Because like in real terms, you can only be in your business, you can't look at the data 24/7. You need something that can make those decisions, those everyday decisions, quick and easy because of data automation and what's happening within your business. And then fourthly is looking at things like machine learning, looking at artificial intelligence, and looking at the future, what your business is going to be in the future. Okay, so let me just unpack a couple of these concepts, and maybe this makes a lot of sense to you as a person when you have these conversations with customers. Is data visualization. So this is really about graphic representation of the data, so to be able to see your data. And if you look at the slide on the left-hand side here, you'll see that this is what data looks like to everybody. It's just columns of fixed data, and what you're trying to do is, with OQLIS, is trying to make it into something that visually pleasing and that your customers can actually see and understand. So if you look at it, here's column data that moves straight into something that really people do understand, and they can see the information quite easily and quickly. And this is really important for your customers to be able to see. The second component of it is what we call is business intelligence. So this is understanding or analyzing where you are currently in real-time data, or understanding what has happened in historic data. So if a good example, we're looking at the same slide again, and you'll see now this is the information that's looked in an appeasing and way that people do understand. And what you do is you start drilling into that information. You start taking the information to more that's more relevant to you and more important to you, and you can drill further and further down and find those anomalies. So in this example, you'll see that the average rate of margin within an organization, 29%, and you start looking at those all the areas that have got higher rate of margin within your business. So when looking at business intelligence, the components that you need to think about is drilling into data, filtering, and selecting the data that you require. Next is what we call data automation, and this is, like I've said before, is automating the decisions that you make on a daily basis. So looking at this example, then we're looking at monthly sales, and what we see is here that the average margin in this environment is 29.62%. What we want to do is we want to identify where those things are. And say, for example, you would like to have a trigger that when the margin goes below 30% or above 30% or whatever trigger you want within your organization, is then you can then start actioning certain items. So either you will want to send an email to your customers or email to yourself or to the person that's responsible. You want to send an SMS, you want to send a WhatsApp, or what is very powerful is in terms of critical decisions that need to be made, maybe you would want to have a voicemail, an automated voicemail saying, hey, this machine or this information has broken, and then basically you can then push it back into something that works quite well and into some third-party application. So that automation is very powerful for our customers. The next part is artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? This is really about predicting the future, know what decisions to make when and how to make those decisions. So really it's like where we are today, have we seen sort of patterns in the past, and then bringing those patterns through to what is happening currently in your data and environment, and really making those predictive or those future decisions, saying the data looks like this, the world looks like this, let's make this decision, and this is where I'm going to move the needle. Okay, so what do we find that works very well for our customers, and what's the value that we add to our customers is a couple of points. One is time to make the decisions. 2 is scalable performance. 3 is self-service. 4th is the security that we offer to applications like yourself. And the 5th one is easy to manage. And obviously this is just a couple of high-level stuff, and there's thousands of different benefits that we offer our customers like yourselves, but these are some of the big things that we found our customers do use our customers. So let's talk about time to value or time to decisions. And really this is about, because OQLIS has all these components, the visualization, the machine learning, the automation, and the AI built into the application, you can really leverage all of these different applications at a quick and easy pace. So all your users, whether they be entry-level business users or high-end guys that want to tinker with data, we can cater for all of them, and basically the time to value is very quick and easy. The next point is scalable performance. So the great part about OQLIS is that it can be deployed both on cloud and on premises, which means you can install OQLIS next to your customer's database or next to your own database. So this is really a great selling point for you, that you can do it both ways, and then OQLIS can scale according to your requirements. So you can almost like have an endless amount of hardware that you push back at it, and it can scale according to what you need as a customer. Self-service. This is something that's really pertinent in the market, is in terms of customers really want to have the ability to self-service. They don't want to be reliant on serious skills or certain technologies that don't allow them to be able to do what they need to do and make those decisions on a daily basis. So a lot of our customers are really are impressed, or they really use the self-service ability to be able to make those analytical decisions, and skills are at a lower level that you really need in terms of the business. Security. So in terms of our whole application, we've already built the whole single sign-on application, database security and tokens. So one place where we integrate back into your application and make sure that it works for your customers, that they have the security that they require. Then the next point is easy to manage. So OQLIS is an application that is really designed to make the whole data journey simple. Whether you are an entry-level guy or you are like a high-level type of person, you can take the whole application from end to end and be able to manage it on an ongoing basis. So if this is something that you do require, it's actually great that we skill you up to be able to manage OQLIS and to embed it properly into your organization and make it easy and simple for your users to use. So yeah, at OQLIS, we're looking forward to working with you, and I hope this has given you some insights about what OQLIS is about and how we do decisions right. And if you need any more information, be sure to contact us at hello@OQLIS, and let's chat about how we can add value to you and your customers.